Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Darati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapatakalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrijatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Pancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhupya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Shunyvari Pashacya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasari Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Shinvatam Svakata Krishna Punyashravana Kirtana Rityandastoya Patrani Vidunati Suhritsatam Nastapraye Svabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktirbhavati Naistiki. Before reciting the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the person of Godhead Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Shri Vyasadeva, the author. Sri Krishna, the person of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee, who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the person of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Text number 24. Athacha duhitaram prajapater vishvakarmana upayeme parishmatim nama tasyam uhavava atmajan atmasamana sila guna karma rupa vidyodaran dashabhavayam babuva kanyam cha yaviyashim urjasvatim nama. Atha thereafter child, so Tuhitaram, the daughter, Prajapate, of one of the Prajapatis, entrusted with increasing population, Vishvakarmana, named Vishvakarma, Upayame, married, Barhishmatim, Barhishmati, Nama name, Tasyam, in her, Uha, as it is celebrated, Vava, wonderful, Atmajan, sons, Atmasamana, exactly equal to him, Shila, character, Guna, quality, Karma, activities, Rupa, beauty, Virya, prowess, Udaran, whose magnanimity, Dasha, 10, Bhavayam Babuva, he begot, Kanyam, daughter, Cha, also, Yavi Yashim, the youngest of all, Urjasvati, Nama, name, translation. Thereafter, Maharaj Priyavrata married Parhishmati, the daughter of the Prajapati named Vishvakarma. In her he begot 10 sons equal to him in beauty, character, magnanimity, and other qualities. He also other, he also begot a daughter, the youngest of all named Urjasvati. Purport. Maharaj Priyavrata not only carried out the order of Lord Brahma by accepting the duties of government, but also married Barhismati, the daughter of Vishvakarma, one of the Prajapatis. Since Maharaj Priyavrata was fully trained in transcendental knowledge, he could have returned home and conducted the business of government as a brahmachari. Instead, however, he returned to household life. He accepted a wife also. The principle is that when one becomes a grihasta, he must live perfectly in that order, which means he must live peacefully with a wife and children. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's first wife died, his mother requested him to marry for a second time. He was 20 years old and was going to take sannyas at the age of 24. Yet by the request of his mother he married. And as long as I am in household life, he told his mother, I must have a wife, for household life does not mean staying in a house. Real household life means living in a house with a wife. Three words in this verse are very significant. Uha vava. These words are used to express wonder. Priyavrata Maharaj had taken a vow of renunciation, but accepting a wife and begetting children have nothing to do with the path of renunciation. These are activities of the path of enjoyment. It was a source of great wonder, therefore, that Priyavrata Maharaj, who had followed the path of renunciation, had now accepted the path of enjoyment. Sometimes we are criticized because although I'm a sannyasi, I have taken part in the marriage ceremonies of my disciples. It must be explained, however, that since we have started a Krishna conscious society, and since a human society must also have ideal marriages, to correctly establish an ideal society, we must take part in marrying some of its members. Although we have taken to the path of renunciation, this may be astonishing to persons who are not very interested in establishing Daiva Varnashrama, the transcendental system of four social orders and four spiritual orders. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, however, wanted to re-establish Daiva Varnashrama. In Daiva Varnashrama, there cannot be a acknowledgement of social status according to birthright, because in Bhagavad Gita it is said that the determining considerations are guna and karma, one's qualities and work. It is said Daiva Varnashrama that should be established all over the world to continue a perfect society for Krishna consciousness. This may be astonishing to foolish critics, but it is one of the functions of a Krishna conscious society. Haribol, Prabhu, would you like to read?
Yes, Prabhu, I can continue.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Text 25. Agni Agnitremajjiva Yajnabaho Mahavira Hiranyarito Grihataprashtha Savana Medha Tithi Vitihotra Kavya iti sarva evagni namanah. Synonyms: Agnidhra, Idma Jivva, Yajnavaho, Mahavira, Hiranyareta, Gritprishta, Savana, Medha Tithi, Vitihotra, Kavya, and Kavi. Iti, thus, survey all these eva certainly Agni of the demigod controlling fire, Namana names. Translation purport by Sri Krishna Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: The 10 sons of Maharaj Priyavrata were named Agnitra, Itmajivva, Yajnabahu, Mahavira, Hiranyareta, Gritprashta, Shavana, Medhatiti, Vitihotra, and Kavi. These are also names of Agni, the fire god. Text 26. Etasam Kavir Mahavira Shavana iti Traya Asnan Urdhvaretasasta Atma Vidyam Arabha Krita Parichaya Paramahamsyam eva shramam abhajan. Synonyms: Etasam, of this Kavi, Mahavira, Savana, Iti, thus, Traya, three, Asan, were, Urdhvaretasa, completely celibate, they, Atma Vidyayam, in transcendental knowledge, Bhavat, Bhavat, from childhood, Arabhya, beginning, Kritaparichaya, very well versed, Paramahamsyam, of the highest spiritual perfection of human life. Eva, certainly, Ashramam, the order, Abhajan, executed. Translation: Three among these 10, namely Kavi, Mahavira, and Savana, lived in complete celibacy. Thus, trained in brahmachari life from the beginning of childhood, they were very conversant with the highest perfection, known as the Paramahamsa Ashrama. Purport: the word Urdhvaretasa in this verse is very significant. Urdhvareta refers to one who can control sex life and who, instead of wasting semen by discharging it, can use this most important substance accumulated in the body to enrich the brain. One can completely control sex life is able one who can completely control sex life is able to work wonderfully with his brain, especially in remembering. The students who simply hear Vedic instructions once from their teacher could remember them verbatim without needing to read books, which therefore did not exist in former times. Another significant word is Arbabhavat, which means from very childhood. Another meaning is from being very affectionate to children. In other words, Paramahamsa life is dedicated for the benefit of others, just as a father sacrifices many things out of affection for his son. Great saintly persons sacrifice all kinds of bodily comforts for the benefit of human society. In this connection, there is a verse concerning the six Goswamis. त्यक्त्वा तूर्णमशेषमण्डलं पतिश्रेण
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept number obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Samjayishta Prabhupada. Did you kick Rishikesh, Prabhu? What happened?
Oh, I saw that he was reading. I don't know what happened. Should I
Yes.
somehow continue, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Oh, now he's back.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, he's back. But
Yes.
Rishikesh, Prabhu, can I somehow read?
Prabhu, this one I can read, and then from next verse you can continue.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept number obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu is Dandatanam Jai Shri Prabhupada. त्यक्त्वा तूर्णम् अशेषमण्डलपति श्रेणीं सदा तुच्छवत् भूत्वा दीनगणेशकौ करुणया कौपिना कंठाश्रितौ. Because of their compassion for the fallen souls, the six Goswamis gave up their exalted positions as ministers and took vows as mendicants, thus minimizing their bodily wants as far as possible. They each accepted only a loin cloth and a begging bowl. Thus they remained in Vrindavan to Prabhu, you can scroll down. Execute the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by compiling and publishing various Vaishnava literatures. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Tasmin uhava upashama shila paramarashayaha sakala jiva nika yava sasaya bhagavato vasudevasya bitanam sharana bhutasya shrimak shrimak charanara vinda virata sama smara navigalita parama bhakti yoganu Bhavena pari bhavitantar hirdaya yadigate Bhagavati sarvesham bhutanam atma bhute prate pratyag atmani evatmanas tadatmayam avisheshna sam semi yuhu. Oh, semi Prabhu, you have many here. Go to the synonyms, Prabhu. Appa Prabhu. Tasmin in that Paramahamsa Ashrama. Ooh, certainly. Ah, so so celebrated. Va indeed, Upashama Sila, in the renounced order of life, Parama, Rashayaha, the great sage, Sakala, all Jiva of living entities, Nikaya, in total, Avasasya, their residence, Bhagavata of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudevasya, Lord Vasudeva, Bitanam, of those afraid of material existence, Sharana, Bhutasya, the one who is the only shelter, Śrīmad of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Charana Aravinda, the lotus feet, Avirata, constantly Smarana, remembering Avigalita, completely uncontaminated Parama, Supreme Bhakti Yoga of mystic devotional service, Anubhavena, by the prowess, Paribhavita, purified Antaha within, Hirdaya, the heart, Adigate, perceived Bhagavati, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sarvesham of all, Bhutanam, living entities, Atma Bhute, situated within the body, Pratyak, directly, Atmani, with the Supreme Supersoul, Eva, certainly, Atmanaha of the self, Stadat Mayam, qualitative, equality, Avisheshna, without differences, Sami Yuhu, realized. Oh, Sami Prabhu, you're a realized person.
Oh, Prabhu.
This
This I mean,
realized soul.
this is like akarma. This is like karma and akarma. See, this
Oh, God.
means Sami you is not realized, but only Sami means unrealized.
Oh, no, Prabhu, you're creating your own. Yo, that is the longest synonyms I've ever read, yo.
Yes, Prabhu.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Prabhu, where's everyone like for the reading session? Are they in Samadhi meditating?
I think today it's too late started, so that's why.
Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot. Even Indian devotees, actually, it's late.
Yes, Prabhu.
Ma? Sorry, Prabhu. Sharp. Let's get a mbitsa ha fitla le le tla mokeng. Ke tlo bala. Shut up, wena. Translation. Thus situated in the renounced order from the beginning of their lives, all three of them completely controlled the activities of their senses and thus became great saints. They concentrated their minds always upon the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the resting place of the totality of living entities and who is therefore celebrated as Vasudeva. Lord Lord Vasudeva is the only shelter of those who are actually afraid of material existence. By constantly thinking of his lotus feet, these three sons of Maharaj Priya Vrata became advanced in pure devotional service. By the prowess of their devotional service, they could directly perceive the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in everyone's heart as the Super Soul, and realize that there was qualitatively no difference between themselves and him. I'm sure Pepper is one of the longest. Pepper, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. One second.
Oh, you're still reading. Purport: the Paramhamsa stage is the topmost position in renounced life. In sannyasa, the renounced order, there are 4 stages. Oh, I was not aware. Even in liberation, there are 5 types of Kutika Kutika Kaka. Yo, is it like that? Kutika Ka Bahudaka.
Kutichaka,
Sorry, Prabhu.
Kutichaka, Prabhu.
Oh, cha. Why did I say ka? Ka. Oh, I see. Okay. Kuti chaka. Bahudaka Parivrajaka Charya and Paramhamsa. Oh, Prajirajaka Charya Ashtotara is that one, ne, Prabhu? Bahudaka Parivrajaka Charya and Paramhamsa. According to the Vedic systems, when one accepts the renounced order, he stays outside his village in a cottage, and his necessities, especially his food, are supplied from home. This is called the Kuti Chaka stage. When a sannyasi advances further, has no longer accept anything from home. Instead, he collects his necessities, especially his food, from many places. This system is called Madhukari, which literally means the profession of the bumblebees. As bumblebees collect honey from many flowers, a little from each. So a sannyasi should beg from door to door, but not accept very much food from any particular house. He should collect a little bit from every house. Hmm. Actually, Prabhu, bees actually are, it's like they represent, like, what do you call this? The renounced order of life, eh? Because I've heard the quote. You remember the quote, Prabhu, where they say that the bees don't waste time in trying to show that in trying to show flies that honey is better than stool. They just
Mm.
engage in their thing, you know.
Yes,
And when
bro.
I check that sannyasis don't preach, Prabhu, you know, they think themselves as the fallen.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, you know, they studying animals somewhere we can get something,
Yeah,
even
that's
though they just live like that. But there's some animals like the swans, you know, the ones that live in cleanliness, you know, not like the crows.
yes,
Oh, is it
Prabhu.
the swans, Prabhu? Is it the swans? The ones that lives next to the pet, like lotus petals.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, bro. Where was I? When a sannyasi advances further but no longer accepts. Okay, Madhukari. Let me continue from Madhukari, which literally means the profession of the bumblebees, as bumblebees collect honey from many flowers, a little from each. So a sannyasi should beg from door to door, but not accept very much food from any particular house. He should collect a little bit from every house. This is called Bahu Daka stage. When a sannyasi is still more experienced, he travels all over the world to preach the glories of Lord Vasudeva. He is then known as Prajivrajagacharya. The sannyasi reaches the Paramhamsa stage when he finishes his preaching work and sits down in one place, strictly for the sake of advancing in spiritual life. Can you hear me, Prabhus, when I read? Because actually there are visitors, so I don't want to make noise, you know. I
Yes,
don't know if
Prabhu.
you can hear me.
Uh,
Okay, Prabhu. Where was I now? Just got lost when you scrolled. When a sannyasi is still more experienced. Prajiga, Prajig, Pravri, Parivrajagacharya. The sannyasi reaches the Paramhamsa stage. Can I continue from there, right?
yes, bro.
Okay. Paramhamsa stage, when he finishes his preaching work and sits down in one place strictly for the sake of advancing in spiritual life. An actual Paramhamsa is one who completely controls his senses and engages in the unalloyed service of the Lord. Therefore, all three of these sons of Priyavrata, namely Kavi, Mahavira, and Savana, Savana, were situated in the Paramhamsa stage from the very beginning. Their senses could not disturb them, for their senses were completely engaged in serving the Lord. Therefore, the three brothers are described in this verse as Upa, Shama, Shila. Upa, Shama means completely subdued because they completely subdued their senses. Goswamis. They are understood to have been great sages and saints. After subduing their senses, the three brothers concentrated their minds upon the lotus feet of Vasudeva, Lord Krishna, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita 7.19, Vasudeva Saravam iti. The lotus feet of Vasudeva are everything. Lord Vasudeva is the reservoir of all living entities. When this cosmic manifestation is dissolved, all living entities enter the supreme body of the Lord Garbhadakshay Vishnu, who merges within the body of Mahavishnu. Both of these Vishnu Tattvas are Vasudeva Tattvas, and therefore the great sages Kavi, Mahavira, and Savana concentrated always upon the lotus feet of Lord Vasudeva Krishna. In this way, they could understand that the super soul within the heart is the supreme personality of Godhead, and they could recognize their identity with Him. The complete description of this realization is that simply by discharging the unalloyed form of devotional service, one can realize his self completely. The Parama Bhakti Yoga mentioned in this verse means that a living entity, by dint of unalloyed devotional service, has no other interest than the service of the Lord, as described in Bhagavad Gita Vasudeva Saravam iti. By Param, Parama Bhakti Yoga. By elevating oneself to the highest platform of loving service, one can automatically be relieved from all the anarthas. Where was I? Relieved. Elevating oneself to the highest platform of loving service, one can automatically be relieved from the bodily concept of life and see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face as confirmed in Brahma Samhita Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santaha Sadaiva Hirdayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shayama Sundaram Achintya Guna Sari Upam Swarupam Govindam Maripurusham Tamaham Bejami. An advanced devotee who is known as Sat or Saint can always see within his heart the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Face to face, Krishna Shayam Sundara expends himself by his plenary portions. Prabhu, this scene, are you going to see like the actual form in the heart, like the actual form?
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh. Cannot wait, Prabhu. I need to chant 100 million rounds every day. Imagine, like, Prabhu, it's going to take me like how many lifetimes just to see the Lord? Yeah. Shyam Sundara expends himself by his plenary portion, and thus a devotee can always see him within the heart, within his heart. Text 28. Anayasyam api jayayam trayaha putra asan utamas tamaso raivata iti manavantara dipatayoho. Prabhu, these things, can they be sang, Prabhu? Anayasyam api jayayam trayaha putra asan utamas tamaso raivata iti manvantara dipatayaha. Kinda like Anyasyam Ada Api also Jayayam in the wife. In the wife. Trayaha, three Putraha, sons. A son they were Uttama Tama Saha Raivataha. Uttama Tamas and Raivata. Oh, I was thinking of the highest Uttama, like the first, like the first class devotee, Tamasaha. I was thinking of ignorance. Raivataha. I thought maybe they were gonna talk about Ravan. Uttama Tamasa and Raivata iti thus Manu Antara of the Manvantara millennium Adipa Tayaha rulers. Translation: in his other wife Maharaj Priyavrata begot three sons named Uttama, Tamasa, and Raivata. All of them later took charge of Manvantara millennium. Purport: in every day of Brahma, there are 14 Manvantaras, the duration of life. Semi Prabhu. of one Manvantara, the lifespan of one Manu is 71 yugas, and each yuga is 4.300 okay 4,320,000 years. Almost all the Manus selected to rule the Manvantaras came from the family of Maharaj Priyavrata. Three of them are particularly mentioned here in, namely Uttama, Tamasa, and Raivata. Text 29.
Oh, this is even long.
You.
This is like a code, Prabhu.
You. Yes, Prabhu. I'm even lazy to try and sing it. This one I'm reading. Or do you think it'll pass? Evam upashama yaneshu swatanayeshu ata jagati patirjagatim arubudani ekadasha parivatsaranam avyahatta kila purusha karasara samparata dorodandayugalapi dita Maurivi Gunas Tanita Viramita Dharama Paritipaksho Barishmatyas Edamana Pramaoda Prasarana Yoshinya Virda Yo Pramushita Hasavaloka Ruchirakshve Kshveli Adipi Parabuya Mana Viveka. Where's Vivek Prabhu? Iva Nava Budhyaya Mana Iva Mahamana Bubu Huje. Wow, that's a long train, Prabhu. Synonyms. I even saw Vivek Prabhu there. Evam, Evam, Thas. You see, Semi Prabhu, you guys are so exalted that you are in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam.
But
Sorry, Prabhu, you were saying?
you said I didn't hear.
Oh, I was saying you and Vivek Prabhu are exalted devotees. You are mentioned in the Bhagavatam. I saw
Okay.
Vivek somewhere there in the, what do you call this, synonyms. Haribo. Evam, Thas, Upashama, and Ayan Yeshu, all well qualified. Svatana Yeshu, his own sons, Ata thereafter, Jagati Pati, the master of the universe, Jagatim, the universe, Arbudanim, Arbudas, one. One Arbuda equals, is this 100 million? Oh, yeah, it's 100 million. Eka Dasha, 11. Parivatsaranam of yours. Avyahata, without being interrupted. Akila, universal. Purusha, kara, prowess. Sara, strength. Sambrata, endured. With doha, dan. Daha, kin, doha, dan, daha. I thought it was Duryodhana. Of powerful arms. Yugala, by the pair, apidita, being drawn, mauravi, guna, of the bowstring, stanita, by the loud sound, viramita, defeated, dharma, religious principles, Partipakshaha, those who are against. Barish Matayaha, of his wife. Barish Mati, Cha and Anudinam, daily. Eda Mana, increasing. Yo, Prabhu, these lokas actually there. If you want to learn, what do you call this, Sanskrit, you must come to chapter 5, Prabhu. Yo, increasing. Pramoda, pleasing intercourse. Prasarana, amilability. Amilability. Is that even an English word, Prabhu? Amilability. Yaushinya, feminine. Behavior, virida, by shyness. Pramushita, held back. Hasa, laughing. Avaloka, glaring, glancing. not glaring. Ruchira, pleasing, Shreeli, Adibi, by exchanges of loving propensities, Parabu Yamana, being defeated, Vivekaha, his true his true knowledge. Oh, Prabhuhana, what are you? You are realized Vivek is what his true knowledge. Hmm.
Oh,
If
Haribol.
Iva like Ana Vabu Daya Manaha, a less intelligent person. Yeah, you see, when they mention my name, they would put this Prabhu Ana Vabu Daya Manaha, a less intelligent person. Iva like Maha Manaha, the great soul, Bubu Je ruled. Translation. After Kavi, Mahavira, and Savana were completely trained in the Paramhamsa stage of life, Maharaj Priyavrata ruled the universe for 11 Arbudas of years. Yo, what is Arbudas? Whenever he was determined to fix his arrow upon his bowstring with his two powerful arms, all opponents of the regulative principles of religious life would flee from his presence in fear of the unparalleled prowess he displayed in ruling the universe. He greatly loved his wife, Bari Shmati, and with the increase of day, the exchange of nuptial, is it nuptial or nuptial? Okay, nuptial love. Nuptial love also also increased by her feminine behavior as she dressed herself, got up, smiled, laughed, and glanced about. Queen Barishmati increased. Wow, increased. Semi Prabhu. I did not hear what the translation is trying to say, increased his energy. Thus, although he was a great soul, he appeared lost in the feminine conduct of his wife. He behaved with her just like an ordinary man, but actually he was a great soul. Hmm, I'm so lost. Purport in this verse, the word dharma partipakshaha, opponents of religious principles, refers not to a particular faith but to varnarsharam dharma. Okay. The divisions of society socially and spiritually into four varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra are four ashrams, Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa to maintain proper social order and help their citizens gradually progress towards their goal of life, namely spiritual understanding. The principles of Varnarsharam Dharma must be accepted from this verse. Maharaj Priyavrata appears to have been so strict in maintaining this instruction. Maintaining this institution of Varnarsharam Dharma that anyone neglecting it would immediately flee from his presence as soon as the king warned him by fighting or administrating light punishment. Indeed, Maharaj Priyavrata would not have to fight for simply because of his strong determination. They dared not they dared not disobey the rules and regulations of Varnarsharam Dharma. It is said that unless human society is regulated by Varnarsharam Dharma, it is no better than a bestial society of cats and dogs. Maharaj Priyavrata, therefore, strictly maintained Varnarsharam Dharma by his extraordinary semi-prabhu. Therefore, strictly maintained Varnarsharam Dharma by his extraordinary unparalleled prowess. To maintain such a life of strict vigilance, one needs encouragement from his wife in the Varnarsharam Dharma system. Certain classes, such as the Brahmanas and Sannyasis, and do not need encouragement from the opposite sex. Kshatriyas and Grahastas, however, actually need the encouragement. Encouragement of the encouragement of their wives in order to execute their duties. Indeed, a grahasta or kshatriya cannot properly execute his responsibilities without the association of his wife. A grahasta or a kshatriya. Prabhu, is it possible to be a grahasta like around? and can you be? Is it possible to be two, like one thing in the Varnashram and in the Varna, and then be another thing in the ashram? Like let's say maybe you are a Brahmana, maybe in the Varna, and then okay, not sannyasi. Maybe you're a Grahasta. Is it possible to be a Grahasta and a Brahmana or a Vaishya along being something else? Can you choose two, Prabhu? Is it possible? I don't know if you hear my question.
Yes, Prabhu. Only brahmacharya and sannyas is not, they don't have family life.
Oh, so the others we can choose, like maybe like let's say a Grahasta Kshatriya, like can you, because if you are a Kshatriya, you can also marry, right? And be a Grahasta. Like Arjun. Arjuna was a Kshatriya and was married and he had kids.
The kshatriyas are living the family life.
Oh yeah, family life Grahasta. Is it, yeah, it's called Grahasta, ne, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Is it possible to be a Kshatriya but not married?
Not sure. Usually they marry.
Oh yeah,
They,
I understand that they marry, but then you'd find like I've never heard of Karna getting married, and he was actually a Kshatriya by birth. Is it a Kshatriya or but he was something high class. He had a high class like Arjun and the Pandavas.
start as brahmachari.
Sorry, Prabhu?
They also begin their life as brahmachari. Everyone goes through the brahmachari school.
Yes, Prabhu. I remember Brahmachari, you started like maybe at a young age, 5 years, until you pass out. And then when you pass out, you're gonna come to marriage life, right? Grahasta. I think that was the system. And it floated like 25. Once you reach 50, then you'll reach like, and then after Grahasta, you're gonna take Vanaprastha. But then for this age, it's like you just the highest best, it's Brahmachari, ne Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. The kshatriya is not forced to marry, I think. They don't
Oh
have to.
yes, yes, Prabhu.
There was one, was it Bhishma or someone, who made a
Yes,
vow to
Prabhu.
marry?
Yeah, Bhishma was the one who made the vow that he does not want to take a wife
Yes, Prabhu.
because I'm lying. He did not want to. Yeah, I think he did not want to take a wife because the wife, I think it was Satya. I forgot who it was. Satya, who, because Bhishma tried to find a lover for his father, and the woman wanted his sons to be the king, and then Bhishma said, yes, I make a vow that, I would not even, I'll go to celibacy, so that my father would be happy. He was actually sacrificing for his father, but it was actually kind of like a good sacrifice, because if Bhishma had made kids and his kids like sat on the throne, everything was going to properly flow. The Mahabharata would have been cancelled, Prabhu, like the war itself, because everything was going to flow. There was not going to be Dhritarashtra, the jealous Dhritarashtra and everything, Just as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they chose the demon life in order for Lord Krishna, Lord Rama to come, No, actually, yeah, Lord Narsimha Dev and Lord Ram. Yeah, actually, and Lord Krishna, Shishupal, and forgot who. I talk a lot that I even forgot where I was.
Yes, Prabhu. I
Did
was
you
also.
get it, Sami Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Oh, I think we didn't read this almost at all. We are here somewhere.
Yeah, we are in the top one. We did not, yeah. To maintain such a life of strict, yeah, but then there I read, we were here at the Kshatriyas. I was actually asking you about the Kshatriyas and the Grahasta, like that you can be a Kshatriya and a Grahasta.
Yes, Prabhu.
And actually, Sami Prabhu, which one do you like best? Which one do you see fit for you
Like, like, what do you mean? Which one?
in the Varna or in the ashram? Which one do you prefer? Would you prefer? Not that which one do you choose? Which one would you prefer?
Like Shudra or something? What do you mean? Like,
Yes, like that. Would you choose from like
oh,
maybe from the Varna or from the ashram, whichever one?
yes, Prabhu. I'm the outcast.
Which one?
That is mentioned there.
You are not up. You are not there on the list.
Yes, Prabhu. I'm the fifth class, so there's not the.
But you must choose Grahasta Prabhu.
No, Prabhu. I would be Grahamedi.
Grahamedi. No, Prabhu. You listen to the spiritual master and you try to execute.
Yes, Prabhu, but still I'm lacking, so I'm not Grihasta. Nimanitai Prabhu is a Grihasta.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I was saying like the one that you want to take up, Yeah, you might not be qualified, just like me. Me, I know I'm the 100th class. I'm not qualified for all these things. I'm trying to qualify myself.
Yes, Prabhu. Same. I'm just trying to do the chanting, and I hope that will advance me a little bit.
Oh, yes, probably like maybe when you go, but then probably you want to go to the like Godhead this life, right? Yeah, but I think that's everyone's wish.
Yes, Prabhu.
Don't you want to be like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhu? Go life after life without even going back to Godhead.
Oh, Prabhu, I would
You know
fail
what that is?
here again.
Yes, Prabhu.
I would like try to do some tricks, and then I would be stuck.
Oh, no, Prabhu. You'll have the mercy.
Where were we?
Just I'll read from there. Yeah, Kshatriya and Grahasta. You're at the right page. You're at the right page. Kshatriya and Grahasta, however, actually need the encouragement of their wives in order to execute their duties indeed. A Grahasta or a Kshatriya cannot properly execute his responsibilities without the association of his wife. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally admitted that a Grahasta must live with a wife. Kshatriya were even allowed to have many wives to encourage them in discharging the duties of government. Oh, the association of a good wife is necessary in a life of karma and political affairs to execute his duties properly. Therefore, Maharaj Priyavrata took advantage of his good wife, Brahish Mati, who has always very expert in pleasing her great husband by properly dressing herself. Hey, Prabhu, you see, Kali Yuga killed us, Prabhu. You see, Semi Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
We are actually limited in this age because everything we do, we just get what you call influenced in a bad way because you do this simple just from me walking from my room, just going to the tap. It's very risky, Prabhu. You might think of something material and you forget completely.
Yeah, that's true.
At least for you, it's better. You live alone,
Yes, Prabhu.
nobody to distract you, Prabhu. Only you distract yourself, Prabhu. You know the three types of miseries, adibotic, adidavic, or what?
Yes, Prabhu. The mind is always there.
Yeah, the mind is, but at least it's better than imagine when it's your mind and the other person's mind. Now you're solving two, and you can't even handle your own mind.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. Okay, where was I? Where was I? I keep losing. Okay, smiling and exhibiting her feminine bodily features, Queen Barishmati always kept Maharaj Priyavrata very encouraged, and thus he executed his governmental duty very properly. In this verse, Eva has twice been used to indicate that Maharaj Priyavrata acted exactly like a hand-picked, hand-picked husband and thereby seemed to have lost his sense of human responsibility. Actually, however, he was fully conscious of his position as a spirit soul, although he seemingly behaved like an hmm, Aquarian scent, Carmine. Which one is this one, Prabhu? Today I'm seeing English words that I don't know and a very like a lot. Aquascent, Carmi husband. Prabhu, can you Google what? Like, can you put the cursor there? Will it give us the ready to accept something without protest or to do with what someone else wants, or like a spiritual master, performing his duty without. without complaining or doing or anything or doubting. Semi Prabhu, you must be acquiescent. You must be acquiescent to the spiritual master.
Yes.
I'm creating a new sentence. If you are not acquiescent,
Group.
Maya, I'm coming in the form of Maya, Vasudev Krishna says.
Use this in next group discussion.
Oh, yes, yes, Prabhu. You must copy it, Prabhu. First, you find the meaning so that you can understand what's being said.
Yes, sir.
Karmi husband Maharaj Priyavrata has ruled the universe for 11 arbudas of years. One arbudas consists of 100 million. Yes. So 11. Damn, that's like a billion. Is it like 1 billion, 1 million, something like that? 1 billion, 100 million. Yeah, 1 billion. No, not 1 billion.
100 million.
No, like when you times, like when you add that 11, that's ruled universes for 11 arbudas of years. 11 arbudas, meaning one arbudas consists of 100 million. So which means when I times it by 10, it goes to a billion. And
Yes.
then add another 100 million. It's, how do you pronounce it? 1 billion, 100 million. How do you pronounce that, Prabhu? Now I see why our president could not pronounce these high, big numbers in the parliament.
I think it's 1.1 billion, Prabhu.
Oh yeah, 1.1 billion. You're actually right. But then I want it in the number format. Or
1
is it
billion.
like that? 1.1 billion. Yeah, it's
1,000.
like that. You're actually correct. Eh?
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, Haribol. Now we need to go success come prayers because it's almost.
I'm trying to calculate my time. I read for like how long?
Bro, also really long verse.
Sorry, Brahman.
I think now we go success to come prayer.
Yes, Prabhu. I think I read from, yeah, I read like 40 minutes. Who was reading before me? Rishikesh Prabhu. Ne?
Yes, Prabhu.
Chetodharpanam Bhavamahadavagninirvapanam Shreya Kaivachandriga Vitaranam Vidyavarujivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratiparam Purnamrita Swaranam Saravatma Snapanam Param Vichayate Shri Krishna Sankirtananam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatra Pita Nyamita Smarane Nakalaha Eta Trishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durudaiva Medrishamyai Jina Nurakraha Trinadapi Suni Jena Darovapi Sahishnuna Amanina Mana Dena Kirtaniya Sada Hari Nadanam Najanam Nasundarim Gavitamba Jagadishaka Maye Mama Janmanishware Bhavata Bhakti Ahe Toki Twai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddho Kripaya Dvavapada Pankaja Stitaduli Satrisim Vijintaya Nayanam Galadas Rudaraya Vadanam Gadgadarudaya Gira Pulakairin Chitam Vapugada Dvavanam Grahane Bhavishyati Yugaitam Nimishena Chakshusha Pravishaitam Shunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahena Me Asislava Paratam Pinastumam Adarshanam Maramam Hatam Karotu Vayata Tata Vavidatulan Patomat Prananatastu Sa Evanarpanaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Glories to the Shri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. Oh, my Lord. Oh my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benedictions to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. They are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by chanting your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respects to others in such a state of mind. One can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service birth after birth. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal savior, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms of your lotus feet. O Son, O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up? And when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? O Govinda. Feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly in his embrace or makes me broken-hearted. By not being present before me, he is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Shikshastaka ki jai, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Panchatattva ki jai.
Jai.
Bahu Janma Kari Yadi Shravana Kirtana Tabutana Paya Krishna Pade Premadana. If one is infested with the 10 offenses in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name for many births, he will not get the love of Godhead. That is the ultimate goal of this chanting. The offenses against the chanting of the holy name are as follows. First offense, to blaspheme the devotees who've dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second offense, to consider the names of the demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Third offense, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master or thinking him as an ordinary person. Fourth offense, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in precedence of the Vedic version. Fifth offense, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Sixth offense, to give some interpretation of the holy name of the Lord. Is it the one? Seventh offense, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Eighth offense, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of those specious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as spiritual activities, karma kanda. Ninth offense, to instruct the faithless persons about the glories of the holy name. Tenth offense, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. I offer my respectful obeisances. And to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, they can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like desire trees. They are full of compassion for the fallen souls. Pancha kalpa tarupyacha kripa sindhuvaivacha paritanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Ananta Kavita Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nityai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Oh, thank you so much for association, Prabhus. Sorry for being late.
Thank you.
Tomorrow we'll be.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Oh, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Tomorrow what?
Tomorrow we'll be a little bit early, maybe, because there won't be
Early.
Q&A.
There's no Q&A tomorrow, Prabhu.
Not sure, because they have the Ratha Yatra. I'm not sure.
Yes,
Oh, so
Prabhu.
Sunday and Ishtagoshti is not there, ne, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. I think not. Or something
If
else.
they,
Prahlad Prabhu
if
won't
they,
be.
oh yes, Prabhu. If there is no
Prabhu,
Ishtagoshti,
I
Prabhu,
think
Yes,
I
Prabhu?
Prabhu, I
think
think Prabhu has gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhu.
so, Prabhu. I was saying, can we have like an early reading session, maybe Sunday? maybe like at the times of Ishta Goshti, like maybe I don't know 2 p.m.
Yes,
2
Prabhu.
p.m.
Have something.
Yeah,
Thank you so
we
much.
can do it at around those times, Prabhu.
Yeah, I think we will do something. I
Yes,
will.
yes, Prabhu. Or
Saraswati.
maybe we can do, yeah, like something like a weekly session. You remember that class that we used to do on Saturdays?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that's what that class would actually do, Prabhu. Or we can come up with a something with that thing, Prabhu. I'll actually love it, Prabhu. The one that we used to do, someone pretends to be something, someone pretends to be a certain religion, and then we try and argue.
Yes, Prabhu. Something we will do, I think.
Yes, Prabhu. Haribo, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you for your associations, Prabhu. Vanchapal Kalpata Rupias Chagrapa Cinema Chapatita Namanagari Vaishnavi Bhagavan.